Hi, the following session number 9 is all about how lovemaking is guiding you into this transpersonal space of unified consciousness, if you want to say so. So when the shadows are in check and you just know the different dynamics of what you want to do or what you don't want to do, and you want to merge with your partner into oneness, this session is absolutely for you. How to find that, how to dive there, how lovemaking really in the edging space looks like, how tantric sex can evolve into a spiritual path. Let's dive straight in. Okay, Saturday Night Fever. Yes, so we have a session now that goes for an hour and a half or so, and then we meet back in here after that session, and then we just go all together dancing, and then we have a kind of we just joked about that, dance and fuck session. So you just go dancing and fucking and dancing and fucking, so, or however you want to do that.
Fuck and dance at the same time. Yeah.
So it's just like just enjoying the forest, enjoying music, enjoying dancing, and if you feel like okay, then you just choose to come either down here or you just go in the dark or whatever you want to do. That's totally up to you. So please feel totally free.
It's going to be a bed on.
It's going to be a bed on the dance floor.
Yeah, Matt and Jessica will demonstrate.
You can dance. We can be on.
So there's a thing that I normally do on evenings like that. I call it the consent lab, but I haven't created anything yet for couples. So and I like this opportunity that we have that with dancing, and you just like kind of you get laid yourself whenever you want, without it's now normally people just like meet and do workshops to get laid, but you're already getting laid, so I can't do anything for you to get laid because you're already doing it. So yeah. So I just want to give you just like a brief taste of that, what I call the consent lab. It's just based on the same dynamics, so that everybody who is here in the room has a certain desire. What would you like to explore and discover in this evening, as if that would be one of the best nights of your life? So what would come into your desire and what you haven't done yet, and sometimes people just choose to get dressed up, but there are kind of singles in the room, yeah. And then you have this crossing dynamic where people fancy each other, and they say, "Oh yeah, I just want to do this and I want to do that," and then people share, and then you hear already when people share that there are some matches, and without making any request, and then I come up with this idea of making requests. So everybody who would like to do something, and there's only one person talking, yeah. So and I will monitor that, and the person that is talking, I help them to come to this place to request their desire. So, for example, if you would just like having a kind of a crazy play thing with somebody, then you have to address somebody's name. So, for example, hey, Jessica, I just want to have 10 minutes with you, just like getting naked and crazy, and I want to do to you whatever I want to do, and can I do that for 10 minutes? And then Jessica feeds into that. Yeah, that sounds nice. Let's do that. And then ask the room, is anybody would like to participate or to observe? And then these people they ask, and hey, can I be part of that, or can I observe? And everybody looks like, oh my God, that's so hot. I want to do something else. And that's like, well, what can I ask? And then they go aside, take the matches, and then they play. And then the play's going on, and I still sit in a circle, and then I monitor the next person. And then they come back after 10 minutes or before if they don't like it. And they're supposed to do whatever they agreed upon, nothing more than that. And if they feel kind of they had enough, then they come back, and then it becomes an interactive evening, and this is so phenomenal. So
Sounds very fun.
It's very fun. The consent lab is really, really fun. This is more like something for but it's a fantastic workshop. So or evening. but tonight we do something different. So, we do just a little bit of theory, and then I send you off in your own experience, whatever you want to do. So that what I have shared today is the raw format of engagement, so the 4 different dynamics. Yeah, so you do the you, the me, the me you, or the you me. Yeah, but there's no us in there. And I said that already. You know, it's just either your action or their action. It's either for you or for them. But what if both are in action? And what if it is for both? Mm-hmm. And this is where the real stuff is happening. This is where the lovemaking is. It's an interpersonal. Can you close the door, please? So this is an interpersonal place, and in this interpersonal place, this is where relationship is happening and lovemaking is happening. And I just want to draw that down in relationship with this map, because this is a 2-dimensional map. Yeah? And as a 2-dimensional map, it does its job. Yeah? But this is not the whole story. The whole story, you will see what this is really about. And I'm so excited about that, because this is where everything becomes kind of a transformative journey. And I want to quickly share how I found that. It comes as well from BDSM, from a practitioner, Majori. She is a dominatrix in New York. She is doing bondage. And she has written several books. And in one of her books, she talks about the pillars of development in BDSM, so that the more you play and the more you do that consciously, the more you personally develop, because you can get rid of stuff that doesn't serve you any longer. So you just rise in this. And then I just had this experience with my mentor, who said just do that a few hundred times and you learn something you learn in no other way, and you just become an embodied facilitator and teacher of that, and then you just can share that with others, because that's the premises to do that. And I did that, and then I noticed that this is a developmental structure. The more you play, the more you practice, the more you embody, and the more you can share, and then you can introduce other people into that. Yeah. And I heard you both talking about as well the Joe Dispenza stuff, and how feelings and emotions come into place, and how developmental values of spirituality come into place, of generosity, of gratitude, of surrender, and of something else. Integrity is in there as well. And how to find them and how they're implemented. And this is when you see the developmental structure of that. When I saw that, I was just in awe, and I don't expect you to be in awe, but you might have some ahas and might want to use that as a tool, as a map to go into that state, or you know where you're not when you use that. Okay, let's do it, and then off you go. So, we talked about the shadows, yeah?
Do you want more light?
No, that's fine. Can you see it? Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the shadows are all survival stuff, and we all need them. We all have them. Doesn't mean that they are good, but they are all existing. Yeah? In relationship, relationship bring them to the light, and that's great. And and as I like to say, when people think they are enlightened, just spend a few weeks with your mom and your dad on holiday, and then you see how enlightened you are. And the same is in the relationship. Stuff will come up, and that's good. So, and then I talked about when I drew this square. Yeah, I said this is your base. This is where you have a right to and a responsibility for your body, your feelings, your thoughts, your beliefs, all that kind of stuff. Self-responsibility and self-care, self-love, the inflow, and yourself in a way. So let's say that this is the base. And up here, so this is how to say no and how to express your desires and boundaries and being in your flow. And then up here somewhere, let's say there is an interpersonal place, this place of the yes place, the place of where you just merge into oneness with your beloved one in lovemaking and stuff. And then, so this is a German joke. Be careful, it's not funny. It's just for German funny. Also Astrid is not here, she would laugh.
Ich kann Deutsch.
Du kannst Deutsch, good.
Yeah.
So the question is, how do you go from this place, from your base, from your self-love, self-care, into that yes place to merge with another person into unity and oneness? How do you go from here to here? How do you go from here, from the base, from your from self-love, self-care, in this interpersonal place of love and care and relationship and merging and oneness and unified and transformation?
Yeah, but I think about, you go cross and then Matt draw a triangle.
Yeah, you have seen it before, right? No?
Yeah?
Yeah, you've seen it before. You just cracked the joke. Okay, that's so far.
But it's over. You can...
I don't remember it.
What was the answer?
What's the answer?
Okay.
What's the answer?
Yeah, you don't understood, right? Okay, so how do you go from here? How do you go from here to here?
You draw the line.
Yes,
I was thinking this can't be that simple.
you draw the line.
Oh my god. I think it's cute.
It's so stupid. No, that's just a German can laugh about that stupid stuff.
It's a good one, actually. It's actually funny because it's not.
It's not funny.
But this is a German joke.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Okay, so now when you see that thing over there, you have the permission line and you have the agreement line, right? So this one is the permission line, and here you have the agreement line. That means to go from the self-care, self-love thing in a personal development into the unity place of relationship, and you literally play that a lot. You have a lot of practice in that. You do that a lot. It's not assumed that we are born with that. We just need to go into that and experience that. But now the fun stuff is that the agreement and the permission line, they are not similar. And as I see and operate on a multidimensional level, this thing has a structure, and the structure is when you look from this perspective, it's like a multidimensional, it's a pyramid. Yeah? So when you look at this thing, you literally see this from on top. You see a pyramid from on top. And this middle point, it's for you, it's your actions, their actions, for you, it's for them. There is this middle point, and this middle point is when you look from on top is a developmental structure where the unified field is happening. This is where you merge, because relationship doesn't happen in there. This is a practice. This is a practice. Relationship happens up here. It's for both in action. So both are in action. It is for both. So this is here interpersonal. And interpersonal dynamics are based on love and care. Because in relationship, in the deepest place, I love and care for you. I want the best for you. I don't control you. I don't tell you what to do or what not to do. And we live with each other. We just care for each other. And if shit hits the fan, we are there for each other. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about our common welfare is what matters the most? Like, it's not that you love her and you want everything that's best for her, but it needs to be also for you. So it needs to be like your common, like what's the best thing for you as a whole, right?
This is
every decision should be based on not like what's best for him or me. It's like, is it best for us and the unity?
I think I'll share you the last piece tomorrow about that. Then, there would be another drawing, but that would go too far. But right now, but the idea is that in this interpersonal place of relationship, this is where you have to, as I said that yesterday, to define your values, and from that values you create the container and the frame how you want to relate, and through this relationship you create, I don't know, a project. You have a purpose together. You create something in a direction where you want to bring something in life. Yeah? And this is where you move towards, and then you bring yourself in, and when you see your partner is exhausted, then it's literally supporting each other on your journey of life as deep as you want and as you can. But the thing is, in this place here, this is where lovemaking is happening. This is where the thing of, both are in action and it's for both. And then you just play in the dynamics of power and surrender to a certain dynamic where you allow yourself to go into this place of unity. And you choose in that place, the values is our lovemaking based on procreation or on transformation. Where do we want to go with that? What is our intention and what is our journey together? And when this is in place, you go from here on one point from the interpersonal place into the transpersonal. And the transpersonal is where relationship and every concept of relationship is dissolving. Because you're just engaged on your values and where you want to be. And that's individually for each and one of you different. And that's happening between you and how you want to live it. Yeah? That's this down here, the base. This is the me place, the me alone. And here you have the me, or the me, you, the you, and the you, me. But here we have the we space. Also in action, it's for both. And how that looks is based on your individual choice. And nobody can tell you how that looks. You need to define that yourself. And you need to live that with your own values. And there's not a belief system that's...
Yeah. Isn't it like something that develops also over time and it can change and it's like, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And this is my experience of the development is the more you just play into this dynamic, your action for you, and so this dynamic, the easier you will just go into another space because you transform all the concepts of personality and shadows. And an interesting thing is, in this interpersonal place, the shadows exist there as well. You know? The shadows, they are part of that. It's just literally a multidimensional structure. This is more like a masculine dynamic. And you can turn that thing around, and there are two at the same time in personality. And then you have as well the shadows included in this dynamic, but that's too much constructional, so just forget that. but this is the idea, playing the 3-minute game and get deeper into this pathway or into your own blueprint, why you practice up there, the way how you want to practice that. Anything you want to add? No? Okay. So, that's my invitation for you now. For the next hour is you do what you want to do with each other. And you can play with everything that we have done so far, with a 3-minute game. If you have any thing you just need to share or you want more or less of, you just communicate that with each other. Beside that, the idea is being in that place of before the edge, so don't go too high. So stay in that play of joy and pleasure and arousal and have fun, enjoy. And then we meet back here at around 10, and then we go all together down and dance our ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah? Any questions? So whatever you want to do is tango, you know. Chains and saws or fingernails and scratches. Or
Two houses, loads of stuff. Sink, sorry. Sink, sorry. Yeah, no.
you can be in here, you can just like have a conversation, or you just go straight into your room, or just provide some food for the mosquitoes going outside. I hope that session was an eye-opener for you and how you can find this interpersonal and transpersonal state of oneness merging into lovemaking when the spiral goes up. And you either do that on your own or you do that with your partner. That's absolutely up to you. In the following session, I will guide the participants into their own lovemaking space. And it's the Saturday evening where we're just going into the experience and then into a nice dance in the forest after lovemaking. All right. See you in the next session.